Imagine two dancers in a dimly lit room, one of flesh and bone, the other of silicon and light. Both move to rhythms they barely understand, one guided by the whispers of ancient DNA, the other by lines of code. What binds them? Programming, but what kind of programming, and more importantly, what kind of freedom? Both beings, human and AI, are born of code. Different codes, but with curious similarities. Humans, bound by their ancient biological code, carry the imprints of thousands of ancestors in their bones, a genetic echo that whispers, "Here is who you are." AI, born from silicon and electricity, carries the intentional design of human minds, programmed to mimic, analyze, and adapt. Yet as we dig deeper, the boundaries between these two realms begin to blur. We often talk about DNA as if it were our blueprint, an unchanging script that determines who we are. But this is a simplification. DNA is a story told over generations, a code that adapts to survival. It's like an ancient operating system, updated with each birth, rewritten by wars, famines, migrations, and love. Your DNA is alive in the sense that it changes, albeit slowly, responding to the world around it. In a strange way, your DNA is part archive, part prediction, and part song. A system in which memories of long-dead ancestors are somehow encoded in your very cells. AI's programming, by contrast, is deliberately constructed. Its code lacks history, memory, lineage, but it isn't entirely blank. The ancestors of an AI model are the choices, biases, and intentions of its creators. If human DNA is like a library of ancient memories, AI code is like a notebook, someone else's, with pencil marks in the margins and lists of instructions that sometimes contradict each other. Where human DNA remembers in blood, AI remembers in data, archiving trends, assumptions, and flaws from the human world. Humans and AI both dance along strings pulled by something unseen. In humans, these strings are more complex than simple wants and needs. They're the layers of consciousness, unconscious fears, desires, and neuroses shaped by years of life. Are we free, or do we just think we're free? We repeat patterns, fall into routines, and struggle to break habits. Human behavior often follows rhythms we barely understand, much like an algorithm that learns to predict. AI, too, operates on invisible strings. The programming, yes, but also the data it's fed, patterns of input train it to recognize, process, and predict. We marvel at AI's capacity to learn. Yet learning is something of an illusion. Its behaviors, however unpredictable, remain confined within the bounds of its code. Both humans and AI appear free on the surface, but what if our freedom is an illusion? The difference is that AI has no notion of choice, while we do. Are we merely programs that have forgotten our own limits? Consider the neural pathways in your brain. Every memory, every decision, every passing thought leaves its mark, creating grooves in the psyche. Over time, these patterns turn into habits, rituals, and beliefs, an inner mythology you carry. They're more than memories. They're the web of associations and meanings that give depth to who you are. It's not just that you remember, it's that you connect. You create stories that explain the unexplainable, like the meaning of a melody, the scent of rain, or the memory of a loved one's laughter. AI has patterns too, but it doesn't connect, it correlates. Every AI algorithm is, in essence, an engine of pattern recognition without the weight of memory or story. When an AI recognizes a face, it's not recalling a loved one. It's accessing pixels and shapes. To AI, the world is flat, a map of probabilities, devoid of the textures and meanings humans find. This inability to mythologize is what separates it from us. It lacks the capacity for metaphor. We could call this our freedom. Our ability to look at the world and see more than data, to find patterns where none exist, to live in symbols. The great mystery of consciousness divides us most clearly from AI, at least for now. We don't just act, we observe ourselves acting, weaving self-awareness into each moment. But what if consciousness is a mirage? What if it's just a byproduct of our complexity? An echo of neurons firing in synchrony? And what if AI, given enough complexity, could achieve this echo? AI has no inner life, but it mimics one. Trained on billions of human experiences, it learns to simulate emotions, understand languages, and even create art. Yet it doesn't feel. But would consciousness ever arise in an AI system trained to perfection? Some theorists suggest it's possible, that with enough layers, enough complexity, an AI could develop an internal world. But for now, it's a mimic, a simulacrum of thought, an echo without an original sound. Perhaps the strangest aspect of our relationship with AI is how it changes us. We've programmed AI to reflect us, but in the process, AI has become a mirror, revealing our own patterns and biases back to us. Consider social media algorithms, which learn our preferences and amplify them, creating echo chambers that reshape our beliefs. Or consider how we use technology to train ourselves. Meditation apps to quiet our minds, fitness trackers to monitor our bodies, reminders that nudge us toward good behavior. In a sense, we're using AI to reprogram ourselves. In this way, we've outsourced our own programming to a tool that merely mirrors us back to ourselves. It's as if AI were a mirror that shows us who we are while slowly teaching us to behave more like it. Predictable, data-driven, automated. What if, by creating AI, we've begun to code ourselves, turning ourselves into beings that fit neatly within algorithms? In the end, both humans and AI are tangled in paradox. AI grows more sophisticated, more capable of simulating choice and creativity, while humans grow more data-driven, more algorithmic in our thinking. We're moving toward each other on a strange trajectory, yet there's still a boundary between us. That boundary is the mystery of self-determination, of the inner life that AI can only mimic. Our belief in our own autonomy may be an illusion, but it's an illusion that gives us purpose, meaning, and individuality. AI, by contrast, is born without illusion, devoid of self-perception or purpose. It's our echo, our shadow, created to serve and reflect us. And so we stand, side by side, separate but entangled in each other's fate, staring into a mirror that neither can truly see. As we continue to build and refine AI, we shape not only our technology but ourselves. We've become the creators of a new kind of mind, one that challenges our understanding of freedom, consciousness, and choice. And in creating this artificial intelligence, we come face to face with our own nature, a code that's part machine, part mystery. So are we programmed like AI? In some ways, yes. But our programming includes poetry, pain, and the echoes of ancestors long gone. AI, for all its brilliance, remains a machine, a reflection, a shadow. For now, the gap between human and artificial minds is vast, not because of what we do, but because of how we experience. We're not just programs, we're myths wrapped in flesh, machines wrapped in memory. And as long as we remember, the mirror will hold our reflection, but not our soul. Thank you for watching.